It's game day 2 here on the ACC network. My name's Lyra. I'm joined by Andrew. Tonight, the Mizzou Tigers head to Virginia to face the Cavaliers in an exciting game here on Daisy Cruiser night. Andrew, how you feeling about this so far?
I'm feeling pretty excited. I think Virginia had a big win game 1, and we're all kind of curious about how their unique team composition is going to pan out.
Yeah, you have to understand this is a weird team. This is a team with two of the best characters in the game and not too much else. They have two Shy Guys, they have a Dry Bones, they have Tiny Kong, although we have seen earlier in these in this season how poorly Tiny Kong can perform. I'm so sorry to the UCF Knights, but they're at least going to be very defensive here as they get 3 and out here to end the Tigers' first inning here, and immediately they're on the offensive. Bowser and PD can put up a ton of offense just by themselves, but it's if anyone can get on base besides them is really the question here tonight.
That is correct. Obviously, with a stage like Cruiser, any Bowser or PD pull will result in an almost inevitable home run. So
cheap in a terrible spot, and that's going to be a solo homer for Dry Bones right off the bat. Absolutely insane. The Dry Bones have been having like a flagship day. I think we had like 2 GDB homers today as well between Mountain West and ACC.
And that was not Dry Bones. No, that was just Vanilla. And here's Bowser.
That UVA Bowser looks really good, but I can't help but think of him as looking like the Kellogg Tiger. They're great.
Great. We see a hit up the middle. That'll be a single. I think Bowser's too slow to score on that one.
No, I mean, he wasn't going to score on that anyway.
Yeah.
Greg, let's see what he can do. Let's talk about Missouri because I've already talked about Virginia. Missouri rated top 10 going into the season with an incredible slap core and an incredible stadium. Greg, oh my God, Greg Homer. This is the power of Daisy Cruiser, guys. With 3 runs now on the board for Gray Shy Guy. This stage is ridiculous, man.
And we're still no outs in the inning.
For Virginia. And with no outs, I believe. Yes, that is correct. And now PD's up to bat. Let's see if he can do anything.
That's a pitch.
Oh my God.
Swings at pitch 2. That goes to center field. Will the outfielders get there?
That will get caught. Okay. Red Yoshi really had to put the wheels on there.
We live in a world where Petey was the first out of Virginia.
Yeah, what can you even say there? Yellow Shy Guy up to bat now. By the way, Shy Guy PD sandwich. Truly maybe a baffling decision. I don't really know what to think about that.
At this point, it feels like it's a good luck charm.
Yeah. Both of them got on base. Well, one of them didn't even need to get on base. Now they have light blue Mies up to bat, and that's going to be a deep line drive. That is going to be runners on the corners.
1 out.
With Tiny Kong up to bat and only 1 out. Truly a ridiculous start for Virginia here. And listen, these first 2 match days have been nothing short of spectacularly unexpected. We've got teams that were rated incredibly low, including like one of the bottom 3 teams in the league, currently at 2-0 and top 4 in the standings going into the 4th quarter of match day 2, basically. And this is one of our last 1-0 versus is Virginia? Yeah, Virginia is also 1-0. So this is one of our last 1-0 matchups for game 2 to see if one of these people will stay undefeated and who will go 1-1 with a lot of the pack. Missouri, though, I haven't really talked about their squad yet tonight. A wonderful slap core. You've got several Toads, several Piantas, including this new Toad texture, by the way. Let's let's look at this new red Toad texture that looks absolutely beautiful. Makes me think of Captain Toad a little bit. And the Goober Blooper as well. This is our first time seeing a lot of these new textures. Mario with that beautiful Mizzou bat.
Sent one to the outfield, but they might get the run, or they do not.
Oh yeah, okay, wow, some weird base running there. Again, Toads. Blodgy pointed this out to me like last week. Toads seem to have just the worst base running skills in the game, and I don't understand why. But they truly suck at it. They will like go and then turn around.
Oh,
like,
was that
bobble from right
bobble?
field. That's gonna get Toad home.
That's a
and Red
terrible
Pianta,
bobble.
And Speed Pianta and Mario. Sorry, I almost called him Marble for some reason. Are on second and third. Marble.
Wow, what a costly error there.
Look at Goober Blooper there. My beautiful
Just like
boy.
that, game's back in reach.
Morty up to bat. He's trying to send somebody else home here. A wide open right field.
One Chem on base.
One Chem on base. That is true. Goober Blooper's just kind of watching. That's true. He's spectating. He's the representative of the Virginia fan base. Oh, that is.
He will turn one out.
That's only going to get one out, though. They choose not to get to second, or not to throw out at second there. So that is going to keep two on, but now Yellow Madge, a.k.a. my boy Mustard, has to. Oh, and Gray Shy Guy with the magnet hands ends
right.
the inning there, or ends the half, I should say. But
Just
Mizzou
like
has closed the lead to 2 runs. Cavaliers have a chance to respond here with a
Bowser's
Light
coming
Blue
up.
Me. Yeah, Light Blue Me, a Dry Bones, and Bowser.
Launched.
And a good drive by that Light Blue Me. She's running for second. She's going to get
She
there.
will get there.
I
Red
think that's
Pianta's
2
tired.
doubles from their Light Blue Me's.
Is that correct?
I think the other one also got a double. It was a line drive in a similar fashion. I just forget if they got a single or a double off of that. Good
Dry
slap
Bones
down the
will
middle.
not get his home run feet, though. First and third, no outs for
I
Star.
wouldn't expect him to. Runners on corners for
he
Bowser, and
switches
they're
out.
already switching out to Mario.
Will Mizzou Mario show the heat?
Look at that Mizzou Mario skin. So beautiful. Yeah, shout out to Rhino for Mizzou Mario. Shout out to everyone who's been doing such a wonderful job alongside myself for the textures for this league.
Bowser
Oh
launches,
my
but that is
god,
gone.
dude.
That is gone. That is obliterated. And just like
Well-
that, Virginia gets a touchdown on the board.
I think we can say that Daisy Cruiser is probably a good stage for Virginia. Probably made the right call there. Absolutely disgusting.
And another
And with no outs again. Well,
that make
the
that
Black
one.
Me is going to get out there.
Gray Shy Guy, straight to Yell IP. That's 2 outs.
Well, he can't be doing 3-run homers all the time, okay? You got to cut him
Well,
some slack.
Well, here's Petey. Launch is 1.
Okay. All right, we went. Okay, Bowser got the 3-run homer. Let's get us out of the inning.
Yes.
But 7-2 after just 2 innings. I mean, this is going to be a volatile game for sure because Mizzou doesn't have like. I'm not going to sit here and act like Mizzou doesn't have an offense that can produce on this stage as well. Although Dark Bones is not proving me correct there, as he's going to pop fly straight to the center or straight to left field. Look at Red Yoshi with that black and yellow. That looks good. I like that.
Unfortunately, doesn't do much good there.
Doesn't do much good. And we've got our Red Me. We'll see if Mizzou goes 3 and out here at the top of the 3rd. And that does look like it's...
It will
Oh, he's
not.
going to get on base there. Yeah, that's going to be safe.
Who's that bring up? That brings up Fire Toad.
Fire Toad. And he is fire.
Swings and
Although he's
misses.
gonna
Strike
swing and
1.
miss.
Launched
Oh.
right to Petey. Great dive.
Yeah, everyone likes the left side of the field today. Every home run has been off the left side.
Well, no. Well, Dry Bones was to center slightly.
You're right. I apologize. Yes, but
hitters in
Lord.
general like the left side today.
If you ever throw a baseball like that in an actual baseball game, you should get shot in the shoulder, man.
Well, I wouldn't quite say that. You'd probably get already called for a balk.
Some people have just the worst, like, pitching forms in this game. Like there's some people, like, I think Walu, like, does the full leg raise and all that. Oh my god.
We will catch that.
Deep drive. That is going to get caught there. Barely in time for the green shell. But,
Honeycomb.
yeah, some people have great pitching forms. Like, I think Waluigi, he does, like, the full leg raise and all that jazz, and he whips it out. But then, like, Baby DK, he's, like, aura farming, and then he just kind of chucks that shit. All the shy guys fall down when pitching. It's very disastrous, and I don't know what to think about it.
Is that gone? Is that gone?
That is gone.
Wow, another.
We are looking at a like 19 to 16 type game here. This is just gonna be a slugfest all night.
Welcome to Polo Grounds, Sluggers Edition, where Virginia now resumes their 7-run lead.
2 outs though. Dry Bones could end it here or could get on base. That's not very good. He's gonna get a double there at the very least.
Well, that makes him a triple shy of the cycle now.
And Bowser. Mizzou begging for him to have bad contact here.
Bowser, that will be caught.
That is straight down the middle. Andrew, what are you thinking 2 match days in? Only the big starting to see some continued upsets. We're starting to see some of the top of the pack get to the top of the leaderboards. I mean, do these first 2 match days mean anything so far to you?
Well, I think it's in the context of identifying how your team might do against specific styles. For example, if you're someone like Arizona State, I think you look at both convincing victories as a pretty good sign that you're pretty capable of beating any opponent. And contrarily, if you're a team like Cal, you might want to reevaluate, what the game plan is moving forward to avoid, penalties for tanking.
Yeah. One of the bigger announcements came last night after our first quarter of the match day. And LSU has traded a lot of their team away. One of those teams that has started out the season 0-2 despite being labeled as right outside the top 10. They traded Brown Critter for Hammer Bro with UCF. Kind of a strange trade that works out well for both of them. But then in a shocking move, Kentucky received their captain Luigi and a black me in return for Baby Daisy and a green Koopa. So yet to be seen as to what is happening with them there, but obviously not liking those first 2 games there and trying to see what they can do before it gets too much worse for them in the standings. But for most other people, in the 0-2 category, we're seeing a lot of expected teams. And in the 2-0 category, we're seeing a lot of unexpected teams. I mean, Arizona State is 2-0, and Kentucky with this new team, we just saw that in the last game, is 2-0, and I would say they kind of deserve to be up there. But then we've got Harvard and Ohio State and Sacred Heart. Very, very strange. So we'll have to see how that continues to shake out if everything kind of evens out as the season continues. No runs here in the 4th inning. But we've got a decent amount of lineup here for Mizzou to get next. Let's see if they can get anything started.
That is correct. If you guys have noticed, PD has actually gone, I believe, 0 for 3, which is very unusual, given the great performances of other players on this team.
Well, I've said it before in other leagues, but PD is a great offensive and defensive piece. He's a guy who can do everything and do it incredibly well, better than most of the league. But he can't do it by himself. And honestly, he usually fails to show up unless he's got support. So it's the kind of thing that you look at teams like Virginia or Cal Berkeley, where their major pieces are just Petey and one other character, and you go, is this going to be enough for you? That remains to be seen. But, I mean, so far, the rest of his team is doing enough for him, certainly tonight. The rest of his team, of course, having 9 runs. Red Toad isn't going to get down there, and that's bases loaded. Who's next here?
I believe it's a Pianta. It is Red
Pianta. This could be a good run or 2 on the board for Mizzou. I mean, if he charges here, it could go off the side. He's charging. That's
not
angling there. Unless they can get the POW to do something,
that
is going to be the end of the half there. Unfortunate.
Yes, very much so. I think that's the thing that you see with a lot of slap teams. I think you saw this with Utah Valley, and you're seeing this with Mizzou right now. It is contingent on a degree of luck, and if even one thing in that chain goes wrong, you kind of find your rallies completely extinguished and dead. So I do think that a lot of these slap hitting teams that people had as relatively high ceilings are also much more liable to have like low performance floors than I think a lot of other teams in this league.
I totally understand that, and like when you low roll with a slap hitting team, it's fucking atrocious. Excuse my language, but the thing you have to remember is that what we've seen from other leagues so far is that these slap hitting teams, when built correctly, even out across a longer season to do well. I mean, I'm not counting out teams like Mizzou and Utah Valley just because of a couple bad performances here. Certainly not. I understand that it's volatile, but when you're on Daisy Cruiser against a power hitting team that just high rolled like 4 incredible home runs, like it's to be expected that it's going to be hard to recover from that, and this game is incredibly fickle.
Yes, Mario with a single. That's also the thing with slap hitting teams, is that I feel like no lead is truly out of reach for a well-constructed lineup. And the POW, will it make a difference? It will result in a fielder's choice instead of double play.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people in here have seen games. I've referenced it a couple times tonight, either in chat or in here, but like you've seen games where they've scored 9 runs in the first inning, and then it's come back to be a 19-16 game in the other direction. If you know, you know.
Yes.
And that's the nature of this game, is truly anything can happen in any inning. If you like, that's also the thing with fireballing teams. That's the term I tend to use along with some other people for these slap hitting teams, is that it's a fireball effect, as in it's a snowball effect. You'll get innings and innings and innings where you get no runs, and then all of a sudden your team starts doing well and it just doesn't stop, and you'll get all of your offensive production in 1 inning.
Yes. There is something else to note, though, is that a lot of these fireballing hitters aren't particularly fast. Like, the thing is that
it's something to note for sure.
Yeah. And Toads have Toad base running, so I think that's also a very underrepresented problem that can be presented.
I'm truly starting to believe the conspiracy theory about like Toads just being incredibly dumb and not unable to base run. I don't understand why it's a thing.
See, CTE stands for chronic Toad errors.
Truly. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to start calling it that, yeah. It's bad.
Right? The light blue Miis are performing well this game.
Yeah, it's legacy games for light blue Miis today.
Off of Mario star pitch, a single, and that brings up Bowser again.
And he's got Chem on 1 base. So he's got that 1.15 times Chem boost.
That's right.
He does charge on the first hit here. He charges on the second, but he swings and misses. Does he charge again? It's unlikely. He's going to slap right down the middle and get on base.
That will load the bases.
I believe it's... Oh, just the black me. Okay. All right, time for you to overperform now.
There's a Chem boost.
Particularly ugly Black Me, by the way. Oh, he does line drive it right down the right baseline.
And that will
Some
score a
weird
run.
base running from Dry Bones, but that does score a run. It's now 10-2. They're gonna switch
right, and you
pitchers
see a
here.
pitching
Mario's
change.
out for Yellow
Yellow
Match.
That is expected. I don't think we've seen this middle infield confusion before.
Devastating, literally like the most wrong time to get the pitchers out because now Mario can't make that kind of catch. So they do score another run there.
Bases loaded.
And by the way, no outs at the bottom of the 6th, and PD is up with bases loaded. He's gonna hit it deep.
Is that going to be a sac
Slow,
fly
though.
or a
Might get buddy
garbage time?
jumped. That is going to be out, but it is going to be a sac fly, and Bowser will go home here. It's a 12-2 game. Virginia looking to take the top echelons here.
Yellow Shy Guy bunting.
Hello, Shy Guy is squeeze bunting? Question mark.
Look at the way he's holding
the idea
bat.
here.
I feel like if
good
he tried to bunt like that in real life, he'd go terribly wrong. It advanced the runners, though. All right, here's a light blue me. Will we continue to see the generational game?
Oh.
All right,
Offensive choking
one last inning for Mizzou to try to make the comeback of the ages.
I don't think I've ever seen something like it happen, but it's certainly possible. Nothing's ever truly impossible in this game.
Well, that's a good start.
But somebody does get on base. That is for sure. 10 runs is a big ask, though. Very, very, very much a big ask.
We do see a pitching change. Unfortunately, that's to Bowser.
Yeah, really unfortunate that you couldn't get to him much sooner in this. And
What
now
a
he's got the pre-charging going on. That is going to be a double play.
What a great performance from the Black Me starter. Can we point that out? 6 innings of 2-run ball.
I think my big takeaway from matches like these is just that you have to really hope that the audience
That's the game.
That is the game. Wow, I couldn't even complete my thought there. My hope is that these early performances do not let us form opinions about how well all of the teams are doing. This is a high roll for Virginia. This is a low roll for Mizzou. So it could have gone much differently.
And Greg gets the MVP.
Great
love to
shot
see
guy
it.
with MVP.
We
A lot
love
of these games
50
can go
fielding.
though.
50 fielding. Can we point that
Hey,
out?
when you've got them magnet hands and you know how to use them.
That's right. With this run
Unbelievable.
differential, Virginia does not actually get the #1 seed. They are now in second with a 2-0 record and plus 19.